we are Hotel Breeze, and this is our video journal 1. So for us in year 1, it was that July was our peak for our net profit as well as our revenue, totaling in $1.37 million. And our lowest time of the year was February in year 1, equaling only $948,000. For ADR, we reached our highest in June at a total of 154 for available daily rate, and our total RevPAR reached its highest in July at 176.98 US dollars. And lastly, we also noticed that our occupancy matched with the same time being in July of year 1, reaching its highest on the weekdays at a total of 87.83 and on weekends 88.25.
As for the room revenue mix, we saw our peak for the business standard and for the leisure standard, and then again for business standard. You could clearly see that during the high season, July, September, we actually had more customers for leisure standard, whereas in the rest of the year we had for business standard, and our lowest occupancy was for the leisure premium during the whole year. So let's take a look on the prices for these rooms. So business standard had the lowest price, $142, whereas the highest price we offered, it was $166 during high season, and also for the leisure standard it was $140 compared to $153, and the leisure premium was $164 compared to $155.
So according to our occupancy, our lowest point was 99.15 in April, with our highest point in January at 106.43. As you can see from these numbers, our occupancy has remained either above baseline or just at it for most of our first year, which is pretty good, but we do need to work on the rest of ours and keeping them at or near the baseline. As you can see next, we have our ADR. Our lowest point for that was in February at 88.06, and our highest point at May, which was at 99.27. Different from our occupancy, you can see that our ADR remained below baseline of 100 throughout our whole first year, so we need to figure out strategies in order to increase that and get it to closer to 100 or above. Lastly, you can see our RevPAR, which our lowest point was 95.63, and our highest point was in July at 103.32. Our RevPAR, in comparison to our occupancy and our ADR, does fluctuate a lot more, but along with our ADR, we are going to be working on get it to increase or stay above the baseline of 100.
So when we took a look at our business summary for the year to date for our Hotel Breeze, we saw that the GOP had a 34.48%, which means that we did really good in terms of profit, more than expected actually for our hotel, while the ROE percentage was 6.04%, which means that we can actually do better for the return on equity. And our rooms market share was at 17.15%, more than the equal market share in front of the other hotels. And as for our facilities, we actually had a really low percentage of 45%, and our ATR was $147. Our RevPAR is $111, and as for our GoPAR is $51, which means that we are quite confident that we are going to perform well in the next following year, because we are planning to work on facilities and also increase our ROE percentage, and why not our ATR.
So in conclusion, when we were looking at Hotel Breeze's scorecard after year 1, we were able to see that we did fairly well in a few categories. We ranked first amongst our competitors in GOP, in room refurbishment, and staffing. This goes along with the strategy we chose of build from the foundation up our hotel, and as well as our ROE. We came in second for that, which means that we are still in the growing process, but doing pretty well so far.
In terms of net profit, we are actually doing really good as well. We are in the second place, and also for the associate facilities, we're actually doing pretty great too. Our services and facilities that we really need to invest in, because we didn't have enough cash, as said previously, but we lost for leisure premium and for business standard as well, sometimes in front of our competitors due to lower prices. And I believe that we are going to perform well and better this year, since we have more insights on the pricing as well, and also we have our scorecard and we can see where we should improve.
Stay tuned for year 2.